Herbalife works for you, makes your dreams come true, gets you the income that you want for your future, helps you to stabilize your financial situation, gives you satisfaction in growing personally, gives you the joy of touching other people's lives and having them come back and thank you for that. How to make that powerful for you, how to make it real for you. That's what I'd like to talk about today. First of all, we've got the market power. As I travel around the world, it becomes very clear that the industry that we're in is an unending opportunity. People that need to get their health in order, people that need to adjust their weight, people that need to utilize the health and nutrition that Herbalife offers. I'm telling you, the demand for these products, the demand in this industry is global. It's beyond belief. It is unmeasurable in terms of trying to comprehend how big it really is. In fact, we're way behind in trying to supply the need there is around the world. Even in America, we've been in business now 18 years, and right now there's a bigger demand for these products than there was 18 years ago. We're falling behind even here in America because the demand is so great, and we haven't grown that much to meet the demand even in 18 years. So you can imagine, with this kind of market power, the demand being undiminished all around the world, that Herbalife has the opportunity to cash in on that, and primarily you have the opportunity to cash in on that. That's the kind of demand, not only here in America, but of course in every country around the world. It's absolutely the same. So first of all, we've got the market power. It's also an unending market for recruiting. The teenagers that were 17 years old, 5 years ago are now 22. Some of them are married, starting their family, and they need extra money. It's like a river that forever flows, an unending supply of people coming into the marketplace that are available as prospects for Herbalife distributors. An unimaginable amount of prospects for Herbalife customers, but the steady stream of people that are looking for ways to make some extra money, looking for somebody with a vision, looking for somebody that'll give them encouragement, looking for somebody that'll teach them the trade, that'll teach them how to look into the future, how to develop the skills, how to become better than they are. That is an unending supply, and I call that market power. People that have retired, but now they've decided that in retirement they need some extra money. All of that market is available, not only where we started here in America, but absolutely all around the world. So that's the market power. Second is something that I call capital power. A few years ago, the walls came tumbling down in Eastern Europe, communism being defeated, and a whole new surge of interest in capitalism. How to take a little bit of capital and turn it into progress, how to turn it into products, how to turn it into service. And that whole power of capitalism is sweeping the entire world. And guess who's helping to teach the world how to take advantage of capitalism? It's Herbalife. On my trips to Russia, 11,000 people come to hear the story. But guess what they also want to hear about? This unique thing called capitalism. How they can take a little bit of what they've got and turn it into product, turn it into service, and thereby be in business for themselves, serve the public, make their dreams come true. But country after country, no matter where I go, this whole idea of the marketplace, this whole idea of capitalism is absolutely catching fire. It's unbelievable. So it's a tailor-made world for Herbalife. Not only our products, not only our support system, but for this idea of how to take so little, but mix it with a lot of faith, mix it with a lot of courage, mix it with a lot of intensity, give it some time, breathe some life into it, and you can take small in terms of the money capital and add all of the rest of the capital and turn it into business, turn it into enterprise. We now have the ability to teach that all around the world, in every language, in every country, in every community, in every city. It's called capital power. Now, next is called the Herbalife power. Herbalife, these 18 years now, has gathered the most incredible staff of people all around the world. Not only here in Los Angeles, at home office, but absolutely around the world, all of the staff that helps all of these countries to function in terms of supply, in terms of backup systems, in terms of communication, helping to organize the meetings, doing all of those things. I've never seen such a staff in all of my life, and I've been out there in the business world for about the last 40 years. Herbalife has got the best. And no matter what country I go to, there it is, the Herbalife power, ready to assist, ready to lend a hand, ready to give you the best in terms of information, like the broadcast that's coming to you today. This kind of support system, I'm telling you, is absolutely unbeatable. It can give you the assurance that no matter where you go, recruiting at home around where you live, or recruiting across town, or recruiting across your community, or recruiting across your city, or recruiting throughout your country, or recruiting throughout the world. Everywhere you go where Herbalife does business, you'll find this incredible Herbalife power at your disposal, ready to serve you with the information, with the ideas, with the products, with the inspiration, bringing you Mark Hughes and Dr. Katzen and all of the others, like all of us who travel around the world. That's called Herbalife power. So first, we've got the market power, unprecedented around the world. We've got the capital power, capitalism sweeping the world. We've got the Herbalife power of 18 years now of experience, unprecedented, from what Mark Hughes has learned as the president, chief executive officer of the company, right on down to the newest sponsor in the Herbalife business. All of that power available. Now comes the last part, and that is your personal power. So I wanted you to get just a little idea of the power that's available to you, the market power, the capital power, the Herbalife power. But here's now is what's going to be significant to your personal future, and that is your personal power. Sometimes you have to just stop for a while and think about what you might have available yourself to bring to your own future enterprise. We reach out for the products and they're there. We reach out for the marketing and it's there. We reach out for the Herbalife help and it's there. The marketplace, it's there. Capital is ready to serve you. But now how about you? Maybe you haven't thought lately about all of the power that you possess that's available that you can bring to this collective enterprise to make your dreams come true. But I just wanted to remind you on this particular day of all that's available within yourself. First, you have the ability to see. What a power that is, to see things, to be able to use your mind, to comprehend, to see, to perceive. You have the ability to hear, to listen. The old phrase says that it's the listening that creates the faith. It's the listening that stimulates the imagination, that can see things that don't yet exist. It's the ability to hear testimonials and formulate in your own mind the possibilities of starting from nothing and developing something, starting, deep in the hole and working your way out and finally becoming successful. The ability to hear those testimonials, to hear good ideas. That now creates imagination. Imagination then has the ability to turn to faith. Faith is the ability not only to be able to perceive it and to see it, but the ability to believe that it's possible, that it can happen. And then, of course, Herbalife now has all of these testimonials from all around the world, from all walks of life, that give all of us the examples of where you can start from this part of your life. You can start in this part of the world. You can start with these limitations. And here's what eventually you can become. That host of testimonials not only gives us the ability to see and imagine that it's possible, but finally to believe that if we took those steps, that if we learned those lessons, that if we developed those skills, that if we used our imagination and our faith, that the same thing that's happened to all of these others whose testimonials we hear, the same thing can happen for you. So that's the power you have, the ability to see the ability to hear, the ability to comprehend and understand. That's powerful. The ability to believe that it's possible, the ability to evaluate it, what it might mean for you. We hear a testimonial and we say, yes, but how would that apply to me? We have the ability to evaluate that so that we could start right where we are with our own limitations of capital, our limitations of time, perhaps in the beginning when you have to start part-time. But you can do that. You have the power and the ability to do that. Then here's another one. You have the ability and the power to decide. Decision-making can have the most dramatic effect in your life. Decision-making can be the beginning of a new growth period for you, not only personally, but a growth period for your business, your skill levels, your ability to reach out and touch other people, the ability to decide. What a long list of personal power you have, that I have, that all of us have. We just need to be reminded. Now here's another one, and that's the ability to act, the ability to put into action what you see, what you comprehend, what you imagine, what you believe, and then what you have faith for. That ability to act is unprecedented in creating the miracle. Because it's not imagination that creates a career. It's not imagination that creates a business. It's not imagination that creates a customer base. It's using your imagination and finally putting it to work. But you have the ability to do that. Fortunately, in Herbalife, you can do it part-time. If you have to get started with limited time, you just make the limited time pay. You know, before you go to work, during your lunch hour, in the evenings, on the weekends, little pieces of time that you find something to do that will start your career, keep it going, and keep the momentum high. Your ability to act and develop all of the disciplines. You cannot learn the disciplines unless you actually do the work, unless you actually do the action. It's like learning to communicate. Way back in those early days, I had a tough time. You know, I described it one time. My first meeting, I stood up, my mind sat back down, left me standing there. I opened my mouth and nothing came out. My knees are banging together. The sweat's pouring off my face. I'm scared. It's called terror, right? Those first few times. But sure enough, I did it again. I worked.
Boom. Let's get it. Y'all heard Jimmy talking right now, man. I always love listening to Jim Rohn because even though he'll never be like in your face, fired up, yelling and stuff like that, he always be saying like little nuggets that provoke you, that make you be like, huh, you know what? That actually makes sense. But welcome to the Sunday Call, you guys. It is February 3rd, 4th? February 3rd. First call of February. January was insane, to say the least. Shout out to everybody that hit cut to 2,500. Shout out to everybody who hit supervisor. Shout out to senior consultant. Shout out to qualified producer. Shout out to everybody that leveled up. Shout out to everybody that was doing work. Shout out to everybody that went after their goals and actually hit them. But like he said, it was about the stories, right? How many of you guys went to an event and you like, damn, that makes sense? Or that was like, yo, that sounds like me. Or, yo, that fired me up. That heard a story that was like, yo, maybe I can do this, right? Same thing for me. Went to my first event, heard stories about what was possible, heard stories about changing their life, heard stories about traveling the world, heard stories about building a legacy. I was like, yo, I'm down for that. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I want to do. That's something I want to create for myself, because at the time I realized like, yo, you've been playing basketball your whole life, but bro, I don't think you're going to the NBA. So it was like, you got to do something different, bro. So luckily, I was in the position to be able to use the platform of Herbalife to create what we got going on today. The ability to decide, right? And that was a big thing for me. The decision to do Herbalife seriously. Like, I was doing Herbalife for a while, 3 years, something like that. But it wasn't until January of 2018 that I decided that I was going to actually go for it. Like, there's this thing, right? And you guys will experience this, right? You guys will be there and you're like, okay, yeah, President's team. Woo! Right? And then you're going to be like, playing around. You're not going to go after what you said you was going to go after. You're not going to go talk to the people like you said you was going to talk to them. You're not going to post on Instagram like you said you was going to post. You're not looking for the nutrition places like you said you was going to look for them. You're not using the products every day. But you're talking about you want President's team. Like, there's a journey that happens on the way to President's team that cannot be disrespected, that must be honored, right? And you said you was going to go, and it's like, okay, you didn't do the things that you said you was going to do, right? That's all right, fine. But there's a difference when you say, yo, I'm making the decision to put all the bullshit to the side. I'm going to make the decision to actually go hard every day. I'm going to make the decision to show up how I need to show up. There's a difference between when you decide to actually go after your dreams, actually go after your goals, actually change your life, rather than just saying it. There's two, you feel what I'm saying? There's two different pods, right? I'm saying I'm going to go after it, and I'm actually going to go after it. The action behind the decision, right? And that's the difference maker, the action, right? Actually doing the things, actually being in action, actually creating activity, actually talking to people, actually being in their face, actually using the products, actually having faith, actually going to the events, actually learning at the events, and actually applying what you hear as fast as you can to see how fast you can get a result from what you heard to see if it'll work for you, right? Actually doing Herbalife, being in the Herbalifeness, applying pressure, being a better person, going after the goals. Actually doing the deal, right? You ever heard that term, faking it until you making it? Raise your hand if you heard that. Right. Faking it until you making it is, even if you don't have it, you have to imagine that you do have it. So it's like, listen, I know I'm not a President's team member yet, but I'm going to actually do the steps that's going to create the momentum that's going to make it seem as if that's the goal I'm going for, which in turn, that's what it is in front of you, right? If that makes sense. So that was super dope. And the thing about it is you can do it part-time. You can start anywhere. Like he just said, with the limitations, it doesn't matter. If you live in a third world country, if you got a communism government, it doesn't matter. You can start doing Herbalife. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's in your country. If people eat food, people can do Herbalife. That's the cool thing about it. That's awesome. Even if you got a full-time job, even if you got kids, even if you go to school or whatever the case may be, in between the times where you can, before you go to work, on your lunch hour, in the evenings after work, in between class, in between breaks. The little times is what makes a difference. I'm not saying you got to be there on your phone for 3 hours at a time. I'm not saying you got to go out to the mall and talk to people for 5 hours a day. I'm not saying that, but it's in between the times that make a little bit of difference that add up to big wins, right? Because if we just sit there and say, oh, you know what, I know I'm super busy today, so I'm just not going to do anything, but your goal is to create time freedom because you want to get out of this situation that you're in, working 3 jobs. Who wants to work 3 jobs? Raise your hand if you want to work 3 jobs. Raise your hand if you wanted to get a second job. Nobody wants to do, damn near nobody wants their jobs that they got now. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants the jobs that they damn near have now, right? So the thing is, if you want to create the space to eliminate that in your life, you have to be able to do it in between the times that's available to you. You have to be able to do the little things that will add up to the big wins. But Jerry Cooper, active world team member, been in business about 4 and almost 5 years officially. Like, when I actually decided to start doing it, man, the time goes by, dude. Like, it's so crazy. We're at the event on Saturday, yesterday, right? On Saturday. And I'm just looking around and I'm looking at the people that attended the event. And I'm just like, damn, if I would have quit, nobody would be here. That is so crazy. Like, if I would have quit doing the business, none of these people would be here. Marcus would have never hit supervisor. Jorge would have never hit supervisor. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Helica, she wouldn't have been able to do 4K and sponsor the people and have her new guy Aaron go to the event. So let me tell you guys about organic growth, right? Let's talk about that real quick. Because after a certain point, things are going to happen in your business no matter what. Who would like organic growth in their business without necessarily attending to it? Raise your hand if you like that, right? I'm going to tell you guys a quick story that happened to me on whatever day, Thursday or whatever, right? So it was me and Marcus, right? Tango, we was at the gym. And this is the power of organic growth, right? We're at the gym. And so as you guys know, Marcus is my second line or third line. Amanda signed up Angelica, and Angelica signed up Marcus. So third line based upon me. Me, Amanda, Angelica, Marcus, right? So if you guys don't know, that's the lineage. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, right? Anyway, so Marcus is my third line, and we're at the gym. And I see another guy working out with the Herbalife bottle. So anytime I see anybody with anything Herbalife, I'm like, oh, you know, that's super cool, whatever, right? I may not necessarily talk to them, but I'm like, you know, hey, I see you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, I'm telling Marcus, hey, look at this bottle, whatever, whatever. And then Marcus is like, oh, you know, he's on the team. And I'm like, what team? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, oh, and Angelica signed him up. And I'm like, signed him up? Yeah, he's like, yeah, he just signed him up. She just signed him up the other day. Whoop, whoop. So I'm like, if I would have never even said nothing to Marcus about, because Marcus didn't say nothing to me, like we had been sitting there for about 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So one, Marcus, what the hell? But two, if I wouldn't have said nothing to Marcus about the bottle, I would have never known that dude that was way over there in the corner was on the team, right? So the thing about it is that, I mean, it's not like Angelica had to say, oh, Jerry, I signed somebody up. Like, that's obviously not how it works. But it's like, it's so cool how things like that can happen without me being involved at all. Like, if I wouldn't have been there with Marcus, I would have walked past him, not even known he was on the team. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying it's cool that I didn't know he's on the team, but I'm saying it's cool that people are getting signed up without necessarily you creating the depth, without you creating the width. It's organically growing, and that's super cool. So what does that mean, right? Sometimes that means for that to happen at first, you might have to stand alone by yourself. You might have to be the only person in your organization at first, right? Sometimes it might be like that. Sometimes you might have to go up to STS by yourself. Sometimes it might seem like you're talking to somebody, you're talking to everybody, and you're getting no after no after no after no. Trust me, I've been there. I've been there. Anything you guys are going through, trust me, I've been through it all already, right? So I can tell you with confidence that if you stay, if you do not let it waver your thoughts, if you do not let it waver your confidence, if you continue to show up powerfully no matter what, no matter if you just got 150 no's and you're still fired up about the 151st person you talked to, the same way you was fired up about that one person. If you continue to do that, I promise that the organization will start to expand and grow deeper. I promise, because that is only what's going to happen to the champions that stay through the adversity. Let your adversaries crumble with your unwavering faith that this is going to happen for you, right? President's team, millionaire team, global expansion team, a nutrition club, whatever it is that you're going for, no matter what happens in your face, no matter how many no's that you get, you have to keep the goal in your forefront. And no matter what this person says, it doesn't affect the overall goal because your bigger picture is bigger than this person's no, if that makes sense, right? The more no's that you get, the closer you're getting to a yes. And even if you had 150 no's and you're like, bruh, that's a hell of amount of no's. Trust me, 150 is a lot. Trust me, 150 no's is a lot. And the average person would get like, damn, right? The average would. But let me tell you guys something. You're not average. You're a part of the greatest organization in the world. You guys are going to be champions. You guys are already champions, and now we just need to continue to build on that, right? Because, like I say, I promise if you stay around, I promise if you continue to keep giving it your all, if you continue to keep mashing, keep applying pressure, one day you'll look back and be like, yo, it had to happen like that. I had to get built up like that. Because I promise, if it would have happened for me easy, if everybody would have just said yes, when I was like, yeah, you want to do it? And everybody was like, been like, yes. I wouldn't have appreciated what it is now, which would then have the stability and the strength of what we have now in the foundation of this organization. You see what I'm saying? I had to get built up. All the no's made me who I am today. All of the people that catted on me made me who I am today as far as a businessman within this organization, right? It's going to make you who you will be that will allow you to be able to hold for the people that's not there yet, if that makes sense. I promise. I'm telling you. Do you know what it's like to show as an active royalty member to go to STS with no people? First of all, nobody on this call is an active royalty member besides me, right? Okay, cool. So let me tell you guys, as an active royalty member, you're supposed to have a 10,000, at least a minimum, a 10K org, which means a few supervisors doing 2,500 or enough supervisors to create 10K. If that's the case and you show up to STS by yourself, how does that make that person in that position feel? What do you think that would make you feel like? Damn, right? Damn. And some of you guys are mad that you're not even a supervisor yet and you don't have nobody yet. Like, dog, sometimes it's going to take you to stand alone. So we just watched, what was that? We just watched at the event. Let me tell you guys this, right? It was super cool. Basically, it was yesterday, the personal development section at the end. It was a video, right? I don't know if you guys seen this video, but those who were at the event saw the video. It was this guy in this, like, I don't know, it was a super big park, and I don't know what it was, but it looked like Hippie Hill, whatever, right? If you guys know what Hippie Hill is, whatever, right? So it's him by himself dancing, right? He's just out there dancing, shorts on, no shirt, no socks, no shoes, nothing, out there dancing, getting it, right? By himself. Everybody looking at him like, what the hell? He dancing by himself for like a minute or two by himself. Imagine what that might feel like. Everybody's just sitting around, you know, chilling, eating, and here go this dude over here, getting it, boogieing down, looking like Michael Jackson, right? Awesome. Eventually, he gives us enough courage from him for somebody else to join him, right? So now it's two people. And they were saying the first follower is the most important thing because it gives the leader confidence in what he's doing, right? Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Post that. So basically what it is that because he was dancing by himself in the crowd, he attracted the one person, which then attracted the 3 people, which then attracted the 10 people, which then attracted basically the whole mob of everybody getting it in the dance floor. But I guarantee it wouldn't have been a mob of people if it wasn't the one. Sometimes it has to take you to be the one that says, forget what my parents say, forget what my friends say, forget what society says. I'm going to create my life. This is my life. This is my legacy. I have to change my life, and I don't care what people say. I don't care about the no's, because you know what? How many times we heard people say, "Oh, I was a distributor for 5-6 years, and then all of a sudden, in my 7th, 8th year, boom, I went on to run the millionaire team." How many people been in Herbalife 20 years, but only been president's team 3 years? Why? Because they stayed long enough for it to happen. Like I say, it doesn't matter if it takes this person 2 years and it takes this person 12 years. It's going to be the same sweetness when you walk across the stage, damn near sweeter, because it took you a little bit longer. So you're going to appreciate it a little bit more in here. You know what I'm saying? So stay for the journey, stay for the ride, because there's going to be people in your organization that's going to be like, I feel stuck. I don't feel like I'm building. Everybody I'm talking to is saying no. I'm just frustrated, right? And you can be that person to say, hey, listen, check it out. Look at this. I was in your position once. That can give them enough confidence to say, hey, I want a piece of what you got. If that makes sense. I don't know why I'm so fired up right now. Maybe it's because it's liftoff right now. Anyway, we had an event yesterday. 7.5 million team member Jason Neems. He was the guest speaker. Super cool. He was basically, in my opinion, he wasn't the most inspirational, but he definitely came with good knowledge, right? And sometimes you're going to get different speakers that fire you up, and then you're going to get speakers that give you great information, and sometimes you might get both, right? For him, I wasn't just like, yeah, but I know I was like, yo, that actually makes sense. Like, that was a great quote, right? And I'll start it off by one of the things that he said is that clarity brings confidence, right? That was one of the biggest things that I took away from the event, saying that clarity brings confidence, because it's like this. How many of you guys, your first time when you're talking to somebody about the products, you was like, I think that this does this. It like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it works. We can do it like this. Oh, wait, no, you can get this. Wait, or you can get this. Like, wait, actually, look, you can get the tea, you can get the aloe, or you can get the multivitamin. Are you sure you want the shake? Because, I mean, you don't have to get it. Like, you wasn't necessarily sure about how to go about it, right? But I know for me, that was my first. I'm like, oh, you can get. I actually never forget. I was talking to one of my first clients. I remember the conversation. I was like, yo, you can either get the shake or you could get the bars. Like, wait, no, we're not going to get the shake or the bars. You're going to get this shake first, right? Because you know the Formula One bars, how, you know, it says Formula One on there. So I was like, oh, you can get the bars or the shake. Like, no, I didn't know. I didn't have clarity on how to do a wellness profile. I didn't have clarity on what the products did for people. So I was just like, you can get whatever as long as you go buy something. Disclaimer, don't operate like that, right? We actually care about people. We actually want people to get results, and we, you know what I'm saying, build relationships with our people. But at the time, I was like, if you're going to buy something, I don't care what you get. Just get it. You know what I'm saying? But the clarity in what you do brings confidence, right? When you're clear on how to recruit people, it becomes easier to talk to people about the business, right? When you're clear on how the shake can help somebody lose 10 pounds, you're confident in talking to somebody about how you can help them lose 10 pounds, right? So that was my share. Clarity brings confidence, in whatever the case may be. Anybody else want to go? That was an event yesterday. If you went, just go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yo.
What up?
Okay, so it was when he was talking about like building a legacy. So it's like I didn't know that like when it's all said and done that you could like transfer your business to someone else. So it's like now I'm so like fired up because I know that I could build something super dope for myself, and then I know that my son don't got to work either because I'm gonna be able to teach him this and give it to him, and he's gonna be able to keep it going and keep it going and keep it going. And it's just going to be rocking forever.
Yeah, man, definitely. First of all, I hate when it be like this, when it just be the person talking. I like to see everybody. Let me go ahead and redo this. I don't know how I did this. Okay, well. Yeah, no, definitely a willable asset, right? So for those of you that got kids, right, you build this business up, and, you know, when it's your time to go ahead and step into the other side, you can definitely give your business and your ID number to your kids or to whoever the hell you want to give it to. So the ID number is very valuable. Keep your membership. Do not let it expire, because no matter what, even if you make it to, even if your goal is saying, yo, I just want to be a global expansion team member, I want to make 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 a month, whatever the case may be, right? Even with that, and you're like, yo, I still want to do my full-time job, you can still give away your organization to whoever the hell you want to give it to for that person to inherit it, right? And that's super cool. So if your kids, right, for whatever the case may be, you want to give your business to your kids, give it to them and it's theirs, right? So they'll be in your position. They'll start receiving your checks. Everything that you was receiving and doing, it's now their responsibility. Now what they do with it is on them. But yeah, the checks will be coming no matter what. So what I'm saying? So if that's the case, build your business up to president's team and give it to your kids. You build it to president's team and beyond, right? That way, no matter what, your kids will be straight, because the checks got to go somewhere. It's not like Herbalife stopped just because you're not around no more. Like, the checks got to get cut no matter what, and that's awesome. It's the fact that the checks is getting cut no matter what, somebody got to get it. So you should give it to somebody that you love. You should give it to somebody that you care about, your kids or whoever the hell they may be, right? The willable asset. Anybody else want to go? That was at the event yesterday.
I'll go. Start focusing on the things that you actually want instead of the things that you don't have. And that right there stuck out to me so much because, for example, all these years, I didn't have a team. So, and I didn't bring anybody to STS or anything like that. So I know how Jerry feels when you don't have anybody going to the events with you, or you're just doing this business by yourself. And Jerry always told me, you need to bring more people. You need to bring more people. And at the time, like, I just kept focusing, like, damn, like, I don't have anybody. I have nobody to bring. So who am I going to bring? And I kept like speaking that in existence. And I was just focusing on, I don't have anybody, and that's it. So, instead of me always saying like, okay, I don't have anybody, I wasn't really focusing on getting anybody to come with me to the event. So now that I started focusing on what I actually want was, okay, now Amanda, you have to start I want to build my team. I want to bring people with me to the STS. I want to build an organization. I want my team to be successful. I want my girls and my guys like all looking good, all helping everybody and everyone else. But I knew that I had to build that for myself first in order for that to happen. So, and like, for instance, is like, damn, I don't know. This is kind of like a struggle from back in then to get to world team. Like, I don't know how to hit 2,500. Like, I don't know. Like, I didn't know how to hit 2,500 at the time. So the fact that I kept saying I don't know how to hit 2,500, it didn't make me feel confident enough that I was able to do it. So, and then I shifted, okay, I want to hit 2,500. I have to hit 2,500. So I had that shift in my focus, and then I was able to do 2,500 for months in a row. Got to world team. Then I was just by myself. Didn't have no team. Then I was like, okay, now I want my team and I want to build my team. Then I was able to create a team and finally bring team members to STS and guests. That's it.
Yeah, definitely. Not saying the things that you want, not saying like, oh, I don't want this. And it's like, dog, if you keep saying you don't want this, what you don't want is going to be in your life. So what you speak is, so basically what she's saying is the law of attraction, right? What you say and what you think about is what's going to happen. So if you say the things you want, don't want, you'll get whatever you say. You know what I'm saying? So speak about the things that you want. Does anybody else want to go from that was at the event yesterday that took some valuable nuggets that would like to share it with the people on this call and the people that will watch this call in the future? Anybody else?
Dragon.
Yo, what's up? Yeah, go ahead, man. Definitely.
Dragon. One thing I got was the leaders become great not because of their power, but because of their ability to empower others. So that was some fire right there. But to be honest, also, you don't get the paycheck, then the mindset. You gotta create that mindset first and let the paycheck follow. So I know a lot of times who doesn't want to chase the money? But sometimes we can't forget that as long as we become better, the money's gonna be what chases us. So, and that's true, because the moment that I put in more work is obviously the time that we get more money. So those two are the biggest things. But being on stage for supervisor and talking to more people, I didn't realize because even like I got like 2-3 messages on Instagram, like because the reposting of supervisor, like that kind of just gives you the perspective of like, man, like it really isn't about me. It's like it really is inspiring other people for them to do better in their business, but also client wise, like clients, I got clients on social media, so they'd be hitting me up to like, hey, congrats to this and that. So press team, here we come.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely about having the mindset before actually getting the check, because it's like, think about it like this, right? When you're in your cuts of whatever global expansion team, millionaire team, or even on a lower scale than that, cuts of world team, right? It's not like when you get to that level, okay, you're a brand new supervisor, right? And it's like, okay, got to go for world team, right? It's not like you're doing supervisor work to hit world team. right? You got to be doing world team work before world team for you to actually step into the world team realm. You see what I'm saying? You got to be doing active world team work before you hit active world team. You got to be doing get team work before you hit get team, right? So you have to be actually in the stuff, doing the deal, right, to actually hit that level. Like Jorge did, right? He had to do supervisor work to actually hit supervisor. Because if you're doing less than supervisor work, how can you possibly hit supervisor? How can you possibly hit world team? How can you possibly hit active world team if you're not doing the work necessary for that level? So it's going to take you to have that mindset before you're there. It's going to take you to do the work first before getting the paycheck, right? And then when you do it long enough, over enough time, the work that you're doing will fold over 10 times as far as monetarily, as far as money, right? Because it's not like, yeah, your role changes as a president's team member compared to a distributor. Yes, your role changes. You're not doing the exact same things, but essentially on your road to president's team, you were doing the exact same things, right? And that brings it to my point like this. Yes, I'm a business builder. Yes, I believe in building people's businesses. Yes. But at the end of the day, we are all health coaches. Can we agree? Health coaches first. First, do not ever get that twisted, right? You guys got to realize that everything is based on the products and people getting results and you helping people get what they want. That is the base of what we do. So you can't get lost in the sauce saying, oh, yeah, I want to build my legacy. I want to build Get Team. I want to build President's Team, whatever and beyond, right? But not forget that you're helping people get results first, because that is what the basis of the platform is. Without people getting healthy, there is no organization. There is no distributors without the clients. You see what I'm saying? So you have to be able to realize that getting people healthy is the first thing. Getting them results is the first thing, right? And then comes the distributors, and then comes the supervisors, and then comes the organization, right? Because a lot of the times we get so caught up in saying, oh, I want to sign people up. I want to sign people up. I want to build a business. But it's like, if you haven't perfected how to go into the marketplace, get a client, get somebody, let's actually break that down. Go into the marketplace, start the conversation with somebody, get them to be interested in the products, and then perfect the wellness profile. Do a wellness profile and get them on the products, right? And get that person results, and being there for that person, checking in with them, make sure you give them what they need, the support that they need, right? If you haven't perfected that, how can we possibly build an organization of other health coaches if you aren't the health coach first? Like, how can we do that? We got to be able to do it first. We got to be able to get clients first. We got to be able to get people results first. Like, you need to be having in your phone your own clients' results. Now, I know that everybody be screenshotting posts of different people's results that we see on Instagram, and I know a lot of times it'd be other coaches, because as coaches, we take a little bit more pride in your results than the client would. So I know at least on my phone, at least, I have a gang of my own clients' results, obviously, because I've been doing it for X amount of years. But I also have more screenshots of other coaches' results, right? Because we take it more serious, right? So my point of saying that is, don't let your phone only be full of other people's results, other coaches' results. Like, you have to get your own clients' results. So if you don't have your own clients' results, it's probably time for you to get more clients and for you to be a better coach to your clients. Like, look at it like this. Think about it like this, guys. Would you hire yourself as your health coach? Are you showing up how you would want a health coach to show up? Are you following up? Are you providing them with value? Are you checking in with them? Are you making sure that they're okay, right? And I'm not saying that you anybody's babysitter. You know what I'm saying? We all grown, of course. You know what I'm saying? You ain't not like that. But as far as the role that you're playing in that person's life as their health coach, they could have went to anywhere. They could have went to 24. They could have went to Equinox. They could have went to Planet Fitness. They could have went to Beachbody. They could have went to all of this other crap, right? That don't got as much value as we do. But the thing is, are you representing that value properly? If not, if you want to hire yourself as your health coach, then you need to up the level at what you're playing at, period. How do you up the level? Well, hey, are you using all the tools that is available to us, right? Do you understand the power of the products, right? And even behind that, and after the health coaching part, do you understand the power of full retail for a distributor, right? Do you guys understand the full power of retail? Do you understand the power of preferred member? Do you understand the power of a 3-day trial? And that's the thing about it. You guys got to understand, for somebody that wants to make money, do you understand the power of what full retail can do for a person that wants to make money, right? For somebody that says, hey, I want to make money, I want to do what you do, or whatever, or not even saying, oh, I want to do what you do, I want to make extra money. Do you know how to teach somebody how to make an extra $500 this month? Do you know how to do that? If not, you need to up the level you're playing at, right? Do you understand how to get somebody a check if they're saying, hey, I don't necessarily need money now, but I want to build something for myself and I want to help people? Do you understand the power of preferred membership, right? What that can do for somebody? Do you understand the power of a 3-day trial for somebody that says they don't have the money to start yet right now? Do you understand the power of going into the marketplace with a 3-day trial, being able to give them out and run it up? Like, it only costs what, $120, $130 for a box of 10? You sell each one for $25, you make $250. So what is that? $120. So basically you up $120, buy another box. Now you up $120. Now you have another box of 10, so on and so forth. Do you understand the power of 3-day trials and giving them out? The 10, 5, 1? For every 10 trials that go out, 5 should become clients. 1 person should become a distributor. Do you guys know that, right? And if not, you guys need to be able to figure it out. And like I'm telling you now, like I'm saying, you don't have to just go out there and figure it out. But I'm saying, like, as far as the operations of it, are you using all 3 of those avenues to your advantage as far as your own business and your own clients, and also for your newest distributor and signing them up? Are they equipped with that? Do they know that they can use full retail, preferred membership, and 3-day trials? Do they know the power and the significance of challenges, right? Do they know that they can have people pay $20 instead of a full program, right? Or vice versa. Somebody that wants to make a lot of money that's not necessarily so confident in talking about their products yet, do they know that they can just get people to join by giving $20 and by adding the value to the group chat and everything like that? That is the things that, if you aren't clear on the clarity behind all of that, then you won't have the confidence to talk to somebody about that, your newest distributor or your client, right? Does your client know, does your longtime client know about preferred membership, right? I ain't gonna lie, a lot of my clients, I'll be telling them, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You could sign up and you just pay $35 and you'll save 20% off, 20 to 40% off. I don't know why, but a lot of my clients be like, listen, dude, I just want to give you the money. I'm like, I'm trying to save you money, man. Man, I'm trying to save you money. Just sign up. Dude, I just want to give you the money. And I'm like, listen, I ain't no idiot. I'm not going to say, hey, you know what? No, I'm not going to let you order if you don't want to give me the money. I'm not an idiot, okay? Of course, yeah, I'm going to take the money for sure. But I'm like, listen, I really want you to sign up, though. I really want you to lock in. That way I know you can never get stolen, right? And that's the thing about preferred membership. You guys got to understand is that, yeah, it saves them a discount, but it always locks them in with you. They can never get – how many people then had a client stole because they was like, yo, I got it from somebody cheaper, or I got it on Amazon, or whatever, right? Whatever the case may be, they ordered through somebody else that wasn't you, right? That's happened to me. It happens to everybody. It happens to the best of us, right? It doesn't matter. But when you give that person an ID number, like I was saying, the valuable ID number, when you give somebody that ID number, they're not going to say, no matter what that person says, like, oh, I can give it to you for X amount off. Like, well, listen, I got an account with bro over here, or I got an account with my girl. So it really don't make no sense for me to order with you because I got an account. I got points racked up. I'm about to hit silver in a minute. Gold. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be able to explain the power of preferred membership to your people, right? Even if, dude, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you something that's funny, right? I had this client, and she's still my client today, even when I first started, right? And I was telling her for the longest time, dude, become a preferred member. You giving me $300 every time. I want you to save money. She's all like, I just don't see the value in me signing up. You will save money. Instead of this $300 you're giving me, you could give, not even me, you can just spend, instead of $300, $240. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it just, I don't know why, for the longest time, she just didn't want to sign up until I was like, dude, you can go from this to this. You'll save way more money. You can get more products for the money that you're spending. Instead of $300 and you get this, you spend the $300 with the discount and you can get this. And finally, I don't know what it was, but it was just like after consistently telling her, she was like, you know what? I do want to do that. Like, it's just like, I've been telling you that for like a year. But you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, cool, whatever, right? Now she signed up. Now she's a gold preferred, been a gold preferred member for a while because she ordered every month. But the thing is, though, you have to be able to provide the value for that person. You have to be able to let them know the options that's available to them, right? For everybody. It's your option, is your prerogative. If you want to make 500, I love you for wanting to make 500. If you want to go to president's team, I love you for wanting to go to president's team. I want to make $2,000 a month. I love you for making $2,000 a month, but you need to understand that everything is your choice. Everything is your choice. Never make nobody feel bad for choosing what they want to do. I used to be able to do that, right? They were just talking about that at the event yesterday, right? Don't shit on people in the sense of, like, you may have goals and visions for this person saying, like, yo, you have the potential to go to Prez, and they're like, dude, I just want to do this part-time. Don't shit on people for making making the decision that they want to do, right? And it was so funny. I was talking to Jorge about, or was that Jorge? Or it was, I forget who I was talking to, Marcus or somebody, right? And I was like, man, I think I do a pretty good job of not shitting on people. And then Amanda turns around. She's all like, what? And my thing is, like, I don't shit on people. I just constructively advise that you might want to do better than that. You know what I'm saying? But I've never made anybody feel like just bad. You know what I'm saying? For wanting to do something within their business, right? Like, I don't know if I want to, like, this person, you know, they have the potential to make 1,000. I just want to go to events sometimes or whatever. And I'm just like, but you know what? Okay, cool. Awesome. You know what I'm saying? It's your choice. You know, it's up to you, right? As the distributor, as the business builder, to just go get more people, right? Because that person wants to do what they want to do, and that's fine. Love them where they're at. Don't make them feel bad, though. Just go get more people. You know what I'm saying? You keep applying the pressure. You keep mashing. You keep your foot on the gas, right? So don't shit on people. Don't shit on your clients. Don't make them feel bad. Don't listen. How many times have you guys had clients that ordered a 30-day supply that lasted 3 months? I've had that happen to me, right? How you order one shake and you still got it 60 days later? How? Right? I don't make them feel bad about it. I'm just like, hey, look, check it out. We can do a little bit better than that if we have our shake every day. I'm not going to be like, hey, what the hell are you doing? That's why you still fat. I'm not going to say that, right? But I'm saying, hey, we could probably make more progress if we have our shake every day. Remember those goals that we talked about? Remember you said you want to be in Miami popping? Remember you said you didn't want this back fat right here, right? Remember you said you want to be litty? Listen, check it out. If you have that shake every day, you can be litty. But with you catting off, you know what I'm saying? You have to be able to let them know, like, give them the option to choose. Like, of course, it's your option. I can't force you to drink the shake. But, hey, listen, you told me you want this. that don't necessarily mix. You not drinking a shake every day and popping in Miami, not mixing, right? So remind people of their goals, but don't shit on them. Don't make them feel bad. Right. That is so funny how that just works out. All right. So for this last part's coming up, right? How many of you guys have had people doubt you with this Herbalife business? How many people have you said, hey, that's not going to work? Or, hey, are you out there just selling shakes? Or, I heard it was a pyramid scheme. Or, it's not real or whatever, right? Raise your hand if you've heard that. Let me tell you guys something, right? You should do something else. Or you should do real estate. Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? People, just whatever, right? And this is the thing. Those people are important, right? Those people that count you out are very important, right? I'm going to tell you guys something. When I first started, not everybody was like, oh my God, like, yeah, go for it, Coop. You got this, man. I'm cheering for you. You're going to do this. You're going to go to president's team. No. I remember the first time I posted on Instagram saying, hey, I'm about to, I'll never forget. It was yesterday, right? I got my package in the mail. It came with the bars, the bag, the H3Os, everything. I set it out all nice, posted it, boom, put it on Instagram, say, ha! I'm about to get in the best shape of my life. I'm about to transform my life. I'm about to build this legacy. Hit me up if you want to do it, right? More than not, it was negative responses saying, what do you know about working out? What do you know about building a business? You about to go out here and sell shakes? You don't even work out. You're not going to stay consistent. You're going to quit in a week or two, right? I heard it all. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was going to the gym, I was like, some of my friends was like, you're not going to stick with it, right? And I promise, right? I used to think to myself, man, there's going to be one day where I'm going to have a last laugh on all y'all ass. It's going to be one day where I'm going to be looking cool and y'all going to be like, bro, what's good? Right? It's going to be one of them days. And my thing is this. I did it for the haters, right? I did it for the people that said I wasn't going to do it, right? Those people were important. Your enemies, and I'm not saying your actual enemies, people that want to do you harm, right? People that have it out for you, right? Hopefully you guys don't have those. But your frenemies, as I should say, your frenemies, right, are important. Your enemies are important because I'm going to tell you what. How many of you guys hear everybody saying, oh, you're doing a great job. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, you doing that shit. Yeah, you slaying, girl. Keep it up. Yeah, boo, you popping. Whatever, right? Y'all hear it all the time. I'll be seeing y'all on Instagram, whatever the case may be. I'll be seeing y'all, right? How many of you guys hear that, but it'd be the one person that's like, you're not doing well enough, and that's all you hear. You hear the person that's saying, you're not going to make it, and that's all you hear. You have the 10 people telling you, yeah, what's popping, but you only hear the one person that's saying, nah. Listen, I'm going to tell you what. I was doing it for those people that believed in me, that gave me motivation, that gave me the confidence that I could, that believed in me. I was doing it for them, and I was also doing it for this person over here that didn't believe in me, right? This person was my nitrous. Yeah. This person was my nitrous. This person was, when you driving fast, y'all know in the movies, right? Fast and the Furious, you going fast, you racing, and then you press that red button that make you just go out. You feel me? Y'all know what I'm talking about. You press the red button. The haters is the red button, right? The haters gave me the extra gas. The haters were important for me because it kept me in line with what I needed to do, saying that, hey, because this is the thing. After this person was telling me that I couldn't do it, I showed up different after that. The way that I carried myself after this person didn't believe in me was different because I wanted to prove that person wrong. Not out of spite, not out of saying just, I'm not liking you, but just to show that person like, hey, you was wrong about me and about what I was doing, right? You don't know about the future. You don't see what I see, right? So I showed up differently after that. Because, yeah, when I make it, it's not like I'm going to say, I told you. Because, listen, this is the thing. Your haters, your frenemies, they going to watch regardless, right? They're going to watch you, maybe closer than the people that support you. How many times you didn't Listen, how many times y'all done heard people say on Instagram, oh, I got hate, my haters is watching me or stalking my page or whatever, right? Listen, the haters is going to watch. They going to watch you for show. So why don't you show out for the haters then? Prove them wrong. Because they're going to watch you anyway. They watch you every day to see you fail. So therefore, in turn, we got to start winning. All on their ass. You got to start winning. Nobody cares until you start winning. So therefore, in turn, what is it going to have to take for us to start winning? How do we have to show up to start winning? How do we have to show up to start creating championships? You know what I'm saying? How can we be like the Lakers in the 80s? How can we be like the Bulls in the 90s? How can we be like Miami in the early 2010s? You know what I'm saying? How can we be like the Lakers in 01, 02, 03, right? How can we be like the Patriots, right? Creating championships, creating wins. How can we be goatish, right? It's gonna take a different amount of focus. It's gonna take a different amount of preparation. It's gonna take a different outlook on the business. It's gonna take a different level of hunger inside of you, right? It's gonna take a little bit more dog out of you, right? Ooh. I'm coming with it tonight. It's going to take a little bit more dog in you for you to go after your dreams, right? It's not going to come to you. You got to be angry dog, hungry dog on the back of a meat truck, right? That's the hunger you got to have. You got to have the stray dog, haven't ate in 3 days, see the meat truck driving by, chasing after it because that's the only meal you got. That's the hunger that you got to have, right? It's going to take more out of you than what you think. It's going to take more energy, more action, more effort, more ideas, more action after that, more follow-up, more products, more results, more events, more people, bigger organizations, more supervisors for you to create the life that you want. That's what it's going to take. You got to be hungry. You got to bring that dog out of you. And if you don't know if you got that dog, listen, let me tell you, everybody got that dog. But listen, it takes a certain amount of provocation. It takes a certain amount of attention. It takes a certain amount of for you to bring it out, for you to say, yo, this is my life and I'm going to change it no matter what. That's what it's going to take. And sometimes it might take you to get beat down. Sometimes it might take for people to tell you no. Sometimes it might take for you to show up and the people that said that it was going to show up not to be there, for you to be like, you know what? I don't want this to happen to me. Sometimes it's going to take everything inside of you for you to become your best self, your new self. Sometimes you're going to have to be faced with adversity to say, you know what? I'm never living my life like this again. Sometimes it's going to take a situation for you to be like, yo, I can't be in this situation again. Sometimes it's going to take for you, your bank account to be on zero for you to say, never again, right? Sometimes you're going to have to do without so you can say, I never want to be in this position again. It's going to take something for you to bring that dog out, for it to be out forever, to say, yo, I'm going after it. Something is going to take something. You see, I'm sweating this shit. Good God. But listen, sometimes it's going to take that. So you need to figure out what it's going to be for you. What is it going to take for you to bring that dog out of you? What is it going to take for you to bring that beast out of you, right? What is it going to take for you to become the second version of yourself, the second coming? What is it going to take? Only you know. But I suggest that you find it and bring it out, right? Because that is what's going to change your life. Not the not sure, not confident, just what's the word? Timid. No, I'm gonna tell you something. Timid not gonna get you nowhere, and thinking about it won't get you nowhere. The action will get you there. The grabbing life by the horns will get you there. The showing up will get you there. The being the person that you need to be will get you there, right? Nothing else will. At least in my experience, right? And I can only speak from my experience. I can't talk about nothing else. I can't say, whatever. Like whatever. I can only talk about my experience and what got me there, right? And it took me to bring that dog out to create whatever the hell it is we're trying to do, right? All questions are good questions, man.
I just want to say that was some pretty good shit.
I can accept that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I haven't talked in a while, man. I don't know why. Oh, I'm gonna tell you why. Because Marcus was talking last week, right? That's why. Because I was thinking about something like, damn, I feel like I ain't, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, yeah, we had a guest speaker last week. So, yeah, all questions are good questions. But if we ain't got no questions, let's get it popping, man. It's the first of the month. Not the first of the month, but it's the first call of the month. So we have literally, well, it's February, so it's a short month anyway. But we got all month to go after whatever the hell you got to go after. So this is the thing I would say. If you haven't written your goals down for February, you're already behind. But this is the thing. You have the opportunity to do it tonight. You have the opportunity to show up how you want to show up tonight so you can set yourself up powerfully for this week coming up, the first full week of February, right? So whatever your best day looks like, as far as currently today, not like in 2 years at a president's team, like whatever your best morning, your best setup looks like today, right? You got to have your tea a certain way. You got to have your shake a certain way, certain flavor, right? Whatever the case may be, your favorite personal development or whatever you feel like you need to hear now, whatever the case may be, right? Set yourself up for the best day ever for the setup. Then go out and actually have the intense, powerful day and saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to go talk to 10 people, get my mind right. I'm on today, right? Starting tomorrow, Monday, right? Because February is a short month, like I was saying, and we got to keep mashing. We did very well in January, and we don't want no drop-offs. So think about what you did well in January and how you can 10x that in February. And if you haven't gone to an event, I know that, you know, everybody hasn't gone to events yet because it was the first weekend of February. Make sure you get to your event, commit to your event, and bring people with you. I posted whenever Vegas and Phoenix and wherever else I posted Instagram, STS is. So make sure you go on the website. If you feel me, if you need to go look it up, go on the website. But yeah, let's get it popping, yo. It is February 3rd, all month. Champions are born in February. My birthday's in February. My birthday's actually in, 18 days, something like that? 18 days, something like that. Yeah. Champions are born in February. So you know what? Born in the sense of actual birth and actual Herbalife birth, signing them up, right? So February is a good month, man. So try to sign up as many people as you can this month because, you know, you might get a Jerry Cooper out of it. Possibly. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up if you need me. Write your goals down, go after them, set them clear, set the intentions for them. And that's pretty much it that I got for tonight, guys. I'm going to see y'all.